Hi guys, it's finally fall and it's my favorite time of year. So today I've made some pumpkin cake pops with a whimsical touch. The first batch I made failed spectacularly, but I learned a lot, so hopefully I can make it easier for you to make them at home. They're actually pretty simple, it's just the whimsical stem that took the most time and effort. But if you want, you can make a stem with a pretzel stick, piped chocolate, or even a mini chocolate chip, whatever works for you. First, you're going to take your cake pop dough ball and use a thin stick to press in circles going all along the outside. You want them deep enough so the details will show up after being dipped in chocolate. After you're done making all the lines, you can go back and adjust any that need to be a little deeper or cleaned up. Now we'll want to dip the stick in a little bit of chocolate and set it deep in the pumpkin. While doing so, smush the pumpkin flat so it looks a little bit more pumpkin-like. Now dip the cake pop carefully and without tapping the straw on the edge, gently bounce it up and down to get the excess chocolate off. Please note, if you're not going to use the modeling chocolate stem, you'll want to make sure to put your stem on while the chocolate is still wet. It's much more difficult after the chocolate has set. I learned this the hard way. Now, I found these pumpkin stems on a website called Love and Confection. I just made regular green modeling chocolate and added some black luster dust to get this dark olivey color. The Texas humidity really messed with my modeling chocolate and gave me a lot of problems that I never had in Colorado. We'll start by kneading the modeling chocolate until it's soft and pliable. We'll take roughly an M&M sized ball and roll it into a worm shape, with one side a little thicker, like a tadpole. My modeling chocolate got very soft and difficult to work with because of the heat and humidity. So if that happens, just pop it in the fridge for 5 minutes and it'll be ready to work with again. Now we'll take the tadpole shape and at the thicker part, smash it flat like a golfing tee. Now we'll pinch the pad of the head 4 or 5 times so it's like a flat star. This will be the base of the stem. So stand the stem up on your wax paper and mold it around until it can stand up on its own. Throw it in the fridge for 5 minutes to firm it up, then we're going to score the stem to give it a texture. Take a small knife or toothpick and make rough lines going vertically. This does not have to be perfect at all. Now we're going to twirl the stem in whatever shape you want. Most of mine are just in one little loop. If you throw it in the fridge to firm it up again, make sure to warm it up with your fingertips for 2 or 3 seconds before you bend it. You also want to bring the tip to a fine point by pinching it a little. Now we're going to attach it to our cake pop. With a small dab of water on your fingertip, smear it on the cake pop, then put the stem on. Pressing just hard enough to make it stick but not ruin the shape. You can score it up a little more once it's attached if needed. I low-lighted the lines on the pumpkin with either an orange shimmer dust or a champagne gold shimmer dust for the white pumpkins. Simply take a thin paintbrush with dry shimmer dust and drag it over the lines. It's a quick and easy step to take it to that next level and give it a ton of depth. Then I took a little dry gold shimmer dust and highlighted the stem. I didn't paint the whole thing, I just took a little bit and randomly brushed the stem along the scored lines. This does not have to be perfect at all. As you can see, mine definitely are not. Now we'll take a little bit of melted chocolate and stick on some gold painted leaves. 1 or 2 should work. You can throw them on while the chocolate is still wet from dipping the cake pop as well. I cut the sticks off of these so I could photograph them easier, but I do not recommend doing that. They all crack. If you want standalone pumpkins with no stick, then dip them like a cake ball. I'll make a video on how to do that soon with Christmas ornaments. Like I said, it's mostly pretty simple aside from the stem, but I hope I've inspired you to get into the fall spirit. Enjoy!